Howdy everyone, welcome back to Chief Classics, and today we're working on a 1960 Chevy K10. Now this is really cool. So the K10 was the first year of the factory four-wheel drive pickup. This is not a NAPCO conversion. The NAPCO conversions ended in 59. They went from 55 to 59. So this makes it the first year of the factory four-wheel drive. Isn't this thing killer? Now I picked this up, only about 30 miles away from home. So my brother sent it to me. It had been on Facebook for about 3 hours. So I thought, well, I better go look at this thing before somebody else gets it before I do. And well, she's a little rough, but I think she's a factory four-wheeler. So let's turn the camera around. Let's take a look at it. So here she be. 60 K10 short bed, step side, not a fleet side. I was talking to Mortsky this morning, and according to him, this was about as lowly optioned four-wheel drive as you could get back in 1960. So the short beds were allegedly cheaper than the long beds, and the step sides were cheaper than the fleet sides. Now this thing has had I don't know if you want to call it body work. It's had putty applied to it in the last couple decades, and some drivetrain work has been done as well. So I don't think it was originally a V8 pickup, but it is sporting a 350 now, so I'm not going to complain about that. So 350, 4-speed on the floor, divorce transfer case. It's got newer locking hubs on it. And I noticed it's got disc brakes up front. And then I thought, has the axle been swapped? And then I saw, well, no, it's got closed knuckle. It's got a closed knuckle Dana 44 on it. It doesn't have ball joints. So I don't know. I wonder if the spindles were taken off of a later Dana and that got us the disc brakes. I don't know. Out back, we are still sporting what I believe is the original rear diff, and everything, as far as I can tell, leads me to believe this is original. I ran the partial VIN, which is on top of the frame rail, next to this, kind of next to the engine here on this side, and those 6 digits match the title. So I guess I've got no reason to believe it's not a real 4x4. Now it may be a pieced together pickup, but at least the frame says 4x4, the title says K10. So I don't know, I think we're gonna roll with it. I'm interested to learn how those front disc brakes were adapted, but whatever. As you can see, the body is rough. Came with some extra body parts, came with some extra doors and rear fenders. No front fenders, which we desperately need, but we've got something to go off of. I think, if I remember correctly, these are, we'll call them square body wheels, and I think that these were an option above the rally wheels. Now they would have been painted white, of course, when they came out, but those look like, I can't remember what they're called, upgraded square body wheels, which I don't prefer the looks of them to the rally wheels, but whatever, they're considered an option. Okay, I love the tires on this thing. Check them out. Eldorado Wide Boss. These are just aggressive as all get out. These are pretty period correct, I would say. Well, you know, 70s, 80s probably. What's the plate say? 7 County, Nebraska, 98. So, it's been parked in my lifetime. Fire prevention pays, that's no kidding. Nebraska's dealing with devastating range fires right now. Out in western Nebraska, I think we've got a fire that's burning. It's burnt about 600,000 acres, which is the 5th largest wildfire in US history. So If you've got any time, energy, materials, money to donate to the cause, please look into that. Now, I was talking to Mortsky about this. I know that the 47 to 54s are called advanced design. We've got square bodies, GMTs, 400s, 800s, 900s. We're trying to figure what this 60 to 66 body style was called. What was the 55 to 59s? He just told me this morning. Service, action, something or other. I can't remember. These are just called CK, I guess, since this was the first year of the K model pickup. Let's see what we got going on under this big, beautiful hood here. So much to my chagrin, we have a hydraulic clutch just like what is on my straight truck, and then a nice GM Goodwrench 350 that doesn't look like it's had a ton of time on it, but it also doesn't look like it's ran in the last decade. But that's fine. I did turn it over by hand. It is free, so I've got no reason to believe it's not going to run. And I know there's not a fuel tank hooked up to it, so I wonder if we can get that carburetor to pull fuel. And then we've got, what do we have? A 1406, yep, 600 CFM electric choke, HEI, all the bulletproof stuff. Another thing I saw that confused me is that it looks like it has a 3-speed column in it, so I don't know how many different pickups this is made out of, but at least our partial VIN right here jives with the title, so that makes me feel a lot better. And then inside, man, I got to get this cleaned out. The fuel tank has been removed. It's there. I don't have a seat, and our patch panels have been eaten through. I haven't been able to get my feet on the brake or clutch pedal yet, but shifter seems free. There's not a lot of interior in these pickups. Like, the only two soft things in the interior would be, well, I guess not even the steering wheel in this case. The seat, that's really it. You know, metal door panels, metal headliner, metal all the things. So if you want to restore a vehicle, there probably isn't one much easier to restore than this. I'm gonna get these panels out of here, and then we're gonna work on trying to get that engine to spin. Ooh, do we have keys? Key. No. Cool. Okay. We got an HEI. We can jump it. It's no big deal. Okay, let's get ready to get our feelings hurt. Yep, no clutch at all. And the brakes go to the floor. Great. Things are looking up. I did notice it has newer looking lines on the diff, as well as bleeders on the wheel cylinders, so maybe we can get it bled and make it good enough, huh? Well, we got to do something because we need a clutch too. Those are not so much fun to bleed, but doable. Anything is doable. First things first, check out our realistic 8-track. Okay, we're in neutral. We have all the play in the steering wheel. Not much else going on. More glass? Well, I guess that would fit. That would be door glass. Okay. I love these small back windows. They're so cool. More door panels, and then we've got that filler panel that goes right there. That's nice. Looks like we used a dull chisel to cut the seat out of the floor. Great. Super duper. Oh well. Let's see if we can make it run. We need to check some vitals here. We're on the low side, but we're also facing downhill. I may add a little to that just for fun. And then coolant, we've got real coolant hoses, top and bottom. Golly, even the heater core is hooked up. Nothing in there, but I feel humidity, so it's in there somewhere. It'll be fine. Okay, I'm gonna get battery and the starter switch, and possibly let's feed it some 2-stroke oil. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Okay, first party foul. We do have bolts in the back. They're just incredibly too long. Okay, we'll make that our first course of action. So we need, our vacuum advance line is missing, and that vacuum cap is cracked. So, okay, we'll address that, and then we'll fill up the carb, run a hot wire, and we should be good to go. All right, got the hot wire ran. We're gonna fill the bowls up. I took the spacer out because we don't need a...
I probably could have used Dave's, but I was afraid it would break.
No, I don't blame you. All right, got the carb bolted down, hot wire ran, carb primed, it's in neutral. Let's try it. It's got something hitting something.
What's hitting?
Did you hear that?
I heard a miss, but
That's not helping anything. It sounds like, I doubt it's a knock, but...
No, I didn't hear a knock.
I heard something.
There's oil in it, ain't there?
Yeah. There is like a noise in the bell housing.
Well, that could be anything. It could be the straw bearing. Here, wait a minute. There probably ain't no clutch, is there?
No.
You got it.
What am I leaking? Fuel, I guess.
There's fluid running on the floor.
In the cab?
Inside, out the clutch pedal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Go ahead. There ain't nothing wrong with it.
That is.
It could be anything.
But there's fluid running inside, or if it's oil out of the oil gauge.
Oh, there it is.
It's oil out of the oil gauge, huh?
Oh shit.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's where it's coming from. Run it once, just to start. Well, see if you get, well, you must be getting oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably just got a fork or throw it bearing is stuck or something.
Okay, we had an oil slick problem that I think I got fixed. Now let's try running him again. Too much. You got enough fuel. You don't need any more. That's the throwout bearing bouncing off the teeth or the fingers of the pressure plate, you know what I mean? I think it runs pretty smooth. We got a little bit of an oil leak, but that's okay. We can fix it. We slowed it down at least. Yeah, I think if we can get this thing to pump fuel up to the carb, I think we're going to be all right. Switch.
Well, back up. Who's this guy talking to? Is he not?
Ignition's on.
Good job for gas. Something. You're pouring something. Is that gas?
It's just gas.
What?
Oh, it helps if you tighten that.
Like underneath, you're pouring gas.
Yeah.
Not pouring like dumping.
Yeah.
I didn't want you to.
I'm not good at working on things and talking at the same time. Your Crocs are gonna melt.
You're right, they are.
You know how much I pay for these?
Joe, don't talk crap on these 4x4 crocodiles.
I gotta get my.
You're going underneath.
Just for that, for your birthday, you're about to get some Crocs.
Do you promise? I'm glad the fuel pump works.
It's definitely working.
Yeah, I can smell it. You know what? After this,
That's why the fire extinguisher comes into play.
Yep.
It's okay. How about a car burn up?
Oh, the other one's leaking too. The feed. That's because it's a 3/8 line on a 5/16 port. Fine, I'll put the right hose.
it's a good segment to break down his fuel tank.
Down on the ground.
Got the coolant jug. Nice little feeder into electric fuel pump. Running off this doodaddy contraption here. Really close to running, and then
You can go under here and take a video.
we actually lost all the gas out of the can.
Show him. Gas leak.
So
Got some lines to fix.
Jeff,
It'll be good to go.
Jeff's got to climb under there
Jeff's
and
got new line.
put some new
Show the
line
new
on there.
segment.
Thanks for the B-roll.
Show the new segment of the line.
It's got some 5/16.
Your Crocs are about to melt soon. They're already on it.
You're just gonna have to put like a Apple Music off the iMac over it for the time lapse.
So's my wallet.
Oh man, you know what? I'm about to create a hell of a mess here.
like gas over here.
Gas definitely does not melt the pavement.
No.
That's just the
Yeah.
of $10.
God, nowadays. Like,
Look at
liquid
that.
gold coming out of this thing.
Why doesn't Bailey help you film?
She's too smart.
She wants a real job. Oh Jesus.
She's got one. Preemptively run this from up top.
I'm glad your mom does my sprinkler booking. And she has a real job too.
Hey, it helps, doesn't it?
Thank God. I don't
Gotta
have to
have a
work.
woman with a real job.
I'd have to work all winter if that was the case. Now I have to actually go back to work too, though.
Oh, feel so bad for you.
Next week I gotta go dig holes again.
Poor feller.
I'm getting too old to be digging holes.
Don't you got a guy that can do that for
I
you?
do, but he's working at a stupid car wash. Wow.
Oh my Jesus. Are you emptying that whole fucking jug?
Hey, can you pull that
dildo
out
up?
of there?
Pull the hose. I think he was dumping the whole jug.
Let's try it.
God damn it.
I forget about the siphon effect.
God damn it, Jeff. God damn it.
I know it.
I wanna...
I'm gonna get some sort of weird autoimmune disease now.
You might.
He's gonna be talking through a little throat cancer thing. My name's Jeff Herrick.
My name is Jeff.
Back in 2026.
That's when it all went bad.
That was like half of it.
Yeah. When Arlington asked why there's no
Blacktop.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's so cute.
If you see me out here with a Sharpie, mind your own business.
I'm just doodling on the cement.
Remember when you were doodling on the cement?
What?
Up at Riley Fisher's?
Yeah, with baby oil.
What?
That was a little...
You having a fucking Diddy party?
Diddy party, all white Diddy party. You know
Before
what?
the parties were even cool.
Before it was cool.
You should really look into an osmosis. One of these. It's a tripod setup, but it's tracking. Have you seen those? They're like $600.
I have gas on my shirt.
I can smell that. You smell like...
It's just a smell.
Is that what you guys have? Osmosis at your job? Oh.
No, they have a...
What are you talking about? Like them stupid car things where they follow you around?
Yes.
The ones you want to get so much? Yeah. Well, yeah, it'd be smart for him. That way it follows him when he's doing stuff.
He would mount it on a tripod out here.
Like out here, right? And it would film him, and then he walked away and film him walking away and stuff.
Yeah, we didn't even have a
Oh, that's
switch.
neat. We need to get one of those for sprinklers. We can make videos.
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh. We cannot.
They do.
We cannot get demonetized. So
Cameraman.
no potty words.
Potty words. You guys are funny.
5/16's going in the hole.
Look at this.
Thank you.
That's an oil company.
That's sick.
Yeah, I'm getting quite a interesting angle, but
Does he have enough?
Looks like your shock.
I think we're.
As long as I only need half a gallon, I'm good.
Here we go. Round 2.
You tied in everything up.
He has everything tight.
Okay, yeah. And you remember where the fire extinguisher's at, right?
What are fire extinguishers?
I do.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Right there. Hold the pen and shoot. Down the carburetor.
Check it! You got fuel. Straight up, Bondo. Straight up.
All right. Wow. Get on in there. Oh shit. Oh, he's ready. All right, get on in.
Yeah, it's out. It's out? He punched it in.
Keep going.
What are you trying to get? This little button?
That's all I have good access to.
To kill it?
Here we go. Here we go. What the fuck, over? Can you hit that start button?
Wow. Everything's moving. Wow. It's moving.
Hang on.
Damn it!
Brakes kind of work.
Are you gonna run me over?
Nope, it's
Okay.
Oh, you out of gas?
I have reached the end.
I don't know, did it?
Is the filter full?
Yeah,
Yes.
let's pump it and have it start it.
Are you ready? It's not running that bad.
It idles okay just when it gets under load, but I'm sure. So, I did just a little bit of work to this guy off camera. Should have filmed it, I was in a rush. We got the fuel tank in it. I was able to wallow out the ignition switch so that I could use the key to start it. Hooked up the fuel lines and rebuilt the carburetor, so it's running pretty good. Hangs out on high idle for too long though. And really just kind of bled the brakes and bled the clutch, and it's still hanging in there. Been driving it around a little bit. We got to do some fine tuning though. Old buddy Nolan gave us a seat. Nice guy, so let's throw that in there. Certain that we're not rocking the Trans Am bucket seat that doesn't really fit anymore. So the seat's out of a 67 to 72 Chevy pickup, but it looks like there's enough holes in this floor that it's probably going to accommodate about anything we throw in it. Got the old seat cover off. We kind of need to get these tracks in the same location on each side. Let's see if we can get them lubricated and moving a little bit. See if we can use the fencing skills that I acquired. Try to get this wire in between the two halves tight enough to actually do anything. This is probably all wishful thinking. I think that's gonna fly. It didn't seem to want to take much. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, now we just need to not screw that wire up as we're throwing the seat in there. Good thing there's no limiters on the doors. We can open them extra far now. Ain't that just great? Yeah, this fuel tank really limits our space here. Oh, let's see how poorly this feels. Well, I'm not too badly scrunched up. We're pretty close to meeting that hole. Well, I'm sitting up a lot higher. This feels a lot better than that bucket seat that sat on the floor. I think we can live with this. I've got just barely enough room here. And the steering wheel isn't too big, so that helps. Let's see if any of our bolt holes are relatively close to lining up. So, how much space do we have? We got about a finger's length between the back and the cab. And we are flush on this side. So, oh yeah, I think we've got holes right there we can use. I don't know about the back. You really only need the front though, right? Oh yeah. So we have at least 2 holes that we can run bolts into. Man, how could we get so lucky? This is starting to feel right at home now. All right, I'm gonna check my bolt bucket and see if I got any of those seat bolts for this pickup. So I think I've got all the holes found. And we are going to run a tap down them, clean up the threads, 5/16 coarse thread. At least this one is now. Yeah, they're not too bad. Just a little rusty. This is gonna really help us get all of our seat bolts started though. So we'll do this to every one of them. Heck yeah! 67 to 72 seat engaged. Okay, now what do we need to do? Let's try to get the ignition cylinder figured out. Be really nice to use a key on that. Check it. Oh. Maybe a little advanced. So we got a seat. We got him starting with a key. Running pretty consistently. I don't know, I had some troubles this last weekend of, I was like losing power to the ignition switch. I still had headlights, but the ignition switch didn't do anything. So maybe, I don't know, maybe we just needed to get some contacts cleaned up. I don't know, but let's go ahead and get the oil dropped. It was, I think 2 quarts low when we started this excursion. So it's not gonna hurt it to put some fresh stuff in it. This thing sat with a air cleaner kind of placed loosely on it. And it looks like the carb got a fair amount of gunk in it because of that. But hopefully nothing made it down into the oil. At least we have 2 exhaust pipes for this oil to fall onto. Well, it's thin, but we didn't have any water on the bottom. Doesn't smell like fuel. Yeah, okay, I think this is all right. So I got the oil changed. I need to do an ignition tune-up, and also want to hook the oil gauge back up. This is the original line, and it goes into the cab, and it's kind of holding with that plug in the end of it, but we need to make that a little more permanent. I need some pieces from town to do the ignition tune-up because I don't have any HEI pieces on hand. I also need to get a battery, take my winch battery out. So we need to make a trip there, but in the meantime, I can top off my diffs, my transmission, and my transfer case. Yeehaw! I love doing this. Oh man. I tell you what. Working on an HEI in one of these pickups is not the easiest thing to do. It is not fun getting back here, bros. This thing is like tucked into the firewall, and then you've got these massive inner fenders in the way. It's okay though, we're getting it. Just at the expense of my ribs. Oh damn, this one doesn't look bad. How's the cap look? The cap does look bad. There's a lot of corrosion in it on the contacts. So this is not all for nothing. This fancy dancy red MSD HEI cap and rotor combination through O'Reilly's is $1 cheaper than buying the, I think, Blue Streak separately. So fun fact there. Fun fact about the MSD cap and rotor, does not come with the rubber washer and carbon plunger. All the cheap, lousy ways to save a buck. Okay, one. Ocho. Got it marked. Now we can take everything off of there and swap our coilover. I need to clean up in the worst way. Hopefully our little carbon button is in pretty good shape. This all looks nice and tidy in here. The coil wire only looks a little squashed. Come on out, little buddy. Yeah, things look marginal. Before I forget, we'll take out our ground strap, install that. Cool. Try to peel you off. Yeah, carbon button looks okay. This is all a bit distorted, but no, the button looks fine. I'm gonna put some dielectric grease on there. Yeah, we've got corrosion on all the terminals inside of the cap. That's okay, we'll manage. Stuff comes out fast. We need to dial her back a little. Okay, go on in, little buddy. So yes, fun fact, if you want a new carbon button and rubber washer, maybe consider the Blue Streak. Okay, fancy cap and rotor is on. Let's get our old plugs out of here, throw the new ones in, and we will start to work on our plug wires. These don't look bad. Bosch Platinums. Somebody spent a lot of money that they didn't need to. So we already had these R45 TSXs laying on the shelf. So we're gonna bring them up to, I believe spec is 60 thou. Throw these suckers in, we're gonna have all the spark now, buddy. So here's something I noticed but didn't think about. Normal exhaust manifold, like 70s exhaust manifold, and ram horn exhaust manifold. I'd make a match, but then that would change my exhaust outlets, and that would mess with my pipes. So hopefully we can make the 45 degree, oh, that's loose. Hopefully we can make the, I should say 90 degree spark plug boots work on this application. Well, it's big and it's ugly, but let's see how it fires. Kind of take what you can get with $30 spark plug wires. Good. It seems. Huh, cool. Seems really happy, guys. I can't wait to drive this now. Okay, let's really hurt our feelings and see what we have for oil pressure now. So I've got the oil line running against a jagged metal edge. And I did my best to keep it up out of the pedals in here. So let's watch our oil pressure. Hey, remember that time where I said sometimes it doesn't start? Yeah, you are here. Crap. Well, great, now we have to actually figure this problem out. Our problem lay under the dash. Okay. So, oh no, we're touching everything down here, aren't we? So, what can we touch to make that light turn on? Because we're looking for our generator light. Let's start by wiggling things on our fuse panel. Oh, I found it. I found it. I think we accidentally pulled one of these out. Yes. Okay. So it's this terminal here. This bent up spade terminal. Okay, cool. That was haunting me. I thought it was going to be the ignition switch. But no, it's this heavy white wire with way too many butt connectors in it. This wiring in here is just toast, man. But let's put a new end on that and then we should be good to go. Waiting on some electrical connectors, but look what I got. Hell yeah, brother. Yeah, so one end has straps, the front has loops, If I would have known it was going to be this aggravating, I would have bought a nicer seat cover, but I'm going to spend the next half hour tearing my hands up instead. Well, this looks like crap because the cover is crap, but that's besides the point. We've got cab power now. Let's check our oil pressure. Oh no. Why? No start. It was totally my fault. I wasn't turning it right. My ignition switch needs work. I need to, well, get a new switch for one. Let's see if we can get that generator light to come off. There we go. 40 PSI. I need to get a new lock nut for my switch, but no oil leaking under here yet. Something you really want to check. These nylon lines, well, these lines in general have a real tendency to leak. You know, like what this one is. Oh, great. Okay, I'm gonna kill it. But we know the line's working. We know we've got power everywhere. And we have a seat cover. So we top off our diffs and our transfer case and our transmission now. So really things sound and look good. We're at 18 inches and we're off our high idle cam. I'm going to take the air cleaner lid off. Just going to make sure that our choke is open all the way, which it almost is. We want the choke to be open all the way, mainly because we want our idle to be where it's going to be at. We don't need our idle too high. I don't know if we can improve on this much, boys and girls. I'm trying to not get my arm into the fan. Let's bring her in. Don't like that. Those open a tick. Oh, it wants to be open. We're gonna call that good, friends. Chilling out at 18 even. Tell you what, a pail pump and a 5-gallon bucket 80/90 is something I wish I would have done, I don't know, 10 years ago. That made life so much easier. I got the diffs, the transmission, the transfer case topped off. Everything was a little low except for the transmission. But I think I got about everything done that I want to get done mechanically. Still need to put the fender on. Still need to put that panel on and the mirror on, but I don't know. I think I want to take it for a drive. Tell you what, it's nice to have something to put all my stuff on. I'm not as worried about it falling out on the floor now. This thing rides. two strangers walking across the field. Right, checking out the creek. I think that most of the tires have a flat spot on them or two. What do they got? An artillery shell? This has enough of a clutch to pull some hills up here. Really, it shifts pretty nice. Smells like it's on fire. Oh, it does not like this washboard. That front end, it wants to be anywhere but here. I'm just kind of corralling it. I wouldn't call it steering necessarily. If I lose my rag joint at any point, I'm not going to be surprised. At least I pretty much just need 2 gears, 3rd and 4th. It'd be easy to get a DUI in this one because it looks like you're swerving. Okay, 20 plus PSI at hot idle. Nothing's pouring out of the bottom yet. Man, that fan makes some noise. Not a bad looking rig though. I really like this thing. Oh, it's so freaking cool. Let's see if we can make it back to town. Old buddy Terry and I are doing some body work on the step side here. We got the porta power. Is this what you were thinking right here? Yeah. We got the porta power and the wheel well. Trying to get this big hunk and dent out as well as we can, without catching our box on fire. Smells like burning wood already. I like it. We're trying to not mess up the paint. We're gonna melt the Bondo right out of them. Not going anymore. Did we run out of throw?
I was wondering.
I guess I don't know how much throw it's supposed to have.
Pretty tight.
Good thing we don't have a gauge.
Yeah.
I wonder.
We can let the pressure off and see if we can get something else up in there.
Yeah, let's do that. We're making noises now. Ooh, look at that.
It's moving. It's
Yes,
way
sir.
better.
I think that's all the throw that has.
They don't have a lot, I noticed.
We got some heat in it. Ooh, yeah. Look at that, Terry. Whoa. Is that all it's got?
No, I'm just wondering if we need to move over here a little bit.
Oh yeah, because we might get too high.
Yep, because the block must be somewhere around here.
So bring it down.
Bring it down, we'll try to shift it over to here so we can get...
Over here, you
Yep,
think?
Yep.
Okay. We're getting somewhere. Is that, are we out of throw now?
Yep. Way better.
Definitely better. Wonder how to improve on that.
Bondo.
Bondo. Check it out, I found one of the whip antennas in the bed. Yeah, this looks better. Definitely better. Definitely better. Thanks for your help, Terry. So now let's work on getting this orange fender turned white. I bought some flat white just to kind of make it blend. We don't need it to look great, but I don't want orange on my pretty white flat paint. Also got this panel bolted on. I don't know what you call them. Fender filler, hood filler panel. Looks a lot better with that. So we're just gonna scuff this up with some 400 and then wipe her down, and we'll start laying paint on it. So I ended up using 120 to knock all the surface rust down. Just going back with air, getting the bulk of it off before we do our wipe down. Remember, we're not trying to make a Rembrandt here, we're just trying to paint a fender white. I really like using this Duplicolor multi-purpose foaming prep cleaner. It doesn't dry out your hands, and it dries really nice too. I'm a big fan. I think it does a really good job. Okay, we're gonna wipe this down, we'll start spraying primer on it. So I didn't have time to film because my paint booth was about to be in the sunlight, but here we are. We got 2 coats of primer and 5 coats of flat white. Kind of looks like a fat lady's ass, but you know, it's gonna look better than orange on there. Can't wait to get it hung. Hey, I'm gonna take him home for lunch, see how it does. Man, $100 and the quarter wash later, we got all the moss off of him. I don't know if it looks any better, but looks maybe a little more presentable. And I wanted to wash it up before we hung the new fender on it. I at least didn't want all this stuff to be dingy and covered in moss like it was. It's okay, we're gonna cover this part, it's no big deal. It's mainly this right here that we're worried about comparing it to. Cool, well, I guess all that's left is to hang the fender and make this thing complete. Also, I wanted to go over what this pickup is made of exactly. A buddy of mine asked on my Facebook post, he wanted to know if I was going to go a little more in depth with the video, and I figured, well, what kind of car salesman would I be if I didn't know exactly what this pickup was made of? So we've got a 1960 Chevy K10 4x4, first year for four-wheel drive, and I did some digging as to what some mechanical features are. So obviously we've got the Goodwrench 350 engine, we all knew that. Up front, I believe, is a Dana 44 closed knuckle differential. These ran from 60 to 66 with, as we recall, it's got later calipers on it. That's redundant, but at least I believe that the front diff is original. Behind it is an SM 424 speed, which was used in all sorts of applications with these pickups, all the way up to big trucks like C60s. Behind that is a divorced Rockwell T221 transfer case, and out back is an Eaton HO32 rear differential, I believe is what it is. These Eaton differentials look really peculiar. By the center section cover, you can always tell what an Eaton is. I think that they started using those in 47. I could be wrong. Like I said, this is all to the best of my knowledge. I haven't confirmed everything, but visually, this is what I can see that the pickup is made out of. I was on vacation for a week and this guy sat outside, and I'm not surprised that it started right up. And that gave us plenty of time for our rear fender to dry. I think this was about the last thing I did before I left a week ago. It's got about the texture and color of an eggshell, minus the dents, but the color is pretty much what I was after. A nice flat white to basically match that much of the door that is still paint. So I don't want it to be glossy. It'd look like crap if it was glossy. Well, it'd look worse if it was glossy. Man, I didn't realize how just beat to death this fender was when I was painting it. Oh well, better than no fender, so let's get it stuck on there and see if we can see any visual improvement. Well, it looks pretty sweet, and we saved a bunch of money on hardware by only attaching half of it, due to the fact that a bunch of the inner bracing on this fender is rotted out. But, you know, it's solid. I don't think I'd be afraid to stand on that step anymore, but granted I weigh about $160, so looks a lot gooder though. Nice. I'm really glad that we did this. Well, I gotta say, this has really been a fun one. I love doing revivals on 4x4s. I haven't done one since that square body pickup in that Blazer that my brother and I had. And I would like to do this again sometime soon. So I'm gonna be keeping my eyes out for some more 4x4s of different flavors. So don't be surprised if you see more of this kind of content. Well, this has been great. I'm glad we got it back on the road. I got another station wagon video for you guys coming up soon. Thanks again.